This podcast contains strong language and adult situations. If that's not your thing, you've been warned.
Welcome back, fuckers, to the Fuck My Work Life podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Kay.
And I'm Jay.
And this is the podcast where we read your workplace stories to you. And even better, lately...
Riff.
Oh, and riff.
Have guests.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Have guests.
We have guests. And we have a guest here with us today. We've got Mike from the Neatcast. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, it's great. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm on a real podcast.
Oh, geez. That's the first time we've been accused of that.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't feel like a real podcast.
You guys, your mics are so fancy now. Like, oh my God. They have arms.
Do you have mic envy? Mike has mic envy. So tell us about your podcast, Mike.
We are the Neatcast. We do offbeat news and sports and spooky stuff. I primarily do the spooky stuff on the podcast. I'll get to our social media shit later.
Okay.
But as far as our podcast, we have a whole disparate bunch of like topics that we cover. And the whole conceit of the show is that we have 3 hosts and none of the hosts are really into what the other hosts are into. So as we talk about our shit, the other 2 normally just riff and do their own thing. So even if you're not really interested in one part of the podcast, you can just let them guide you through it, and it won't be that painful. Like, I hate sports. I have no interest in sports. So I just kind of do my own thing during the sports segment. And Mark kind of just tries to plow forward through all of my bullshit, and then he does the same thing through my spook segment.
All right, well, it was great having you on. It's been real. Have a good night.
Jay loves sports. Well, football.
I know.
I could give 2 shits about sports.
Yeah.
So.
Football and Formula One.
Yeah.
Well, I used to follow, like, the Giants, but now the Giants are a big, steaming shit pile of a team, so now I have no more interest in any sports whatsoever. The New York Giants were the last thread of sports I was holding on to.
Yeah, well, sorry. I don't know what else to say.
I know.
I think you summed it up.
I've been trying to get interested in other teams, but there's just none. Not even the Carolina Panthers. I've lived down in here in North Carolina for more than a decade now, and I still am just like, I just don't care about the Carolina Panthers. I just don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they're great, unless they suck. I don't really know.
I can't stand them, but okay.
You only really like the Saints.
Oh yeah, I hate every team but the Saints. People are like, what you don't like the Rams? No, I hate them. No. Well, who do you like? I like the Saints. No, I don't like the Chargers either. I hate them.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't hate them. That's a strong word.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I can say I hate the Eagles.
Well, you hate, who is it that you hate? The Patriots? No. The Seahawks? You hate someone a lot.
Oh, the Cowboys.
Oh, the Cowboys. That's right.
Oh, well, everyone hates the Cowboys. But they're America's team.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Ugh. So everybody, it's Sunday.
It is.
Got to go back to stupid work tomorrow.
Yep.
So to battle the woes.
We drink because we work.
That's right. We drink because we work. What are you drinking, Mike?
I'm having an old-fashioned.
Ooh.
Which it's really just whiskey and sugar. That's how I make it. Just a sugar cube. I hit it with some bitters and I pour some whiskey on top of it.
No, like
nice.
Orange rind twist in it or anything?
I do that. I'm normally really good about my garnishes, but I didn't have any fresh oranges, so oh well. I'm drinking like a peasant.
I am drinking Elysian Pumpkino Coffee Pumpkin Ale. It's got a cute little bottle.
Sounds delicious.
It's real good. It's very coffee-y and very pumpkin-y, and I love it very much. There's no secret what Jay's drinking.
I am drinking Colorado Kool-Aid. It is looks really similar to Coors Light.
Oh my God, I'm going to die of shock.
Otherwise known as Coors Latte, since we're on the pumpkino.
That's your Coors Latte.
That's my Coors Latte right here. Mountains are blue, you know it's true, baby.
I almost bought a 6-pack of Coors Light just to join you tonight, but I'm like, then it would just be haunting my freezer. I'd have one, and then it would just be in there, just like a ghost, just haunting my kitchen forever.
Well, everyone hates it so much. It's not like it's gross. It's just not great.
It is, though. It is like it's gross. It's dirty bathwater. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Was it your podcast that someone came on and said that they would like piss in the stream that was by the Coors thing in Colorado? I can't remember whose podcast that was.
I don't remember. I don't think we've trash talked Coors at our podcast yet. Because Jared kind of likes Coors Light.
I don't think he had one when he was drinking a fancy drink when we recorded with him.
Well, he had a drink, and then he also had a beer. I think he did have Coors Light.
It's the thing to do.
It's not. I mean, it's not. Whatever. You guys suck. It's fine. And I hope that guy who pissed in the river next to the Coors Light, I hope he gets cauliflower dick.
Oh wow!
Sorry. I'm just gonna disappoint Jay all night. It's gonna be like doing a podcast with my dad.
Listen here, boy.
Wow.
It's like, because like when Jared was on, him and Jay, they were like kindred spirits. I'm like, oh my God, these guys were separated at birth. Like it was so natural.
We'll be fine. I don't mind that you don't like. I mean, I know a lot of people who are like, how the fuck do you drink that? And it's like, well, look, if I had like the IPAs and shit like that, by the end of the podcast, I'd be on the floor, not able to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Coors Light, I can have
17 of them.
Yeah, and
yeah. It is a beer that you can just drink on a factory line. You can just drink them all night.
Yeah,
I mean, I went to I had a bunch of parties at my house in my early 20s, and Coors Light was pretty much just all we drank all the time, every time. Because you can start drinking at 5 p.m. and be drinking the same thing until like 3 a.m.
Yeah, for sure. That's the only beer I can have a few of and not. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a lightweight anyway, but you know, like 3 Coors, 3-4 Coors, I'm good. 3-4 of anything else, I'm not good. So
yeah,
it's easy to drink.
And you know, there's also a saying that like people came out with IPAs because men felt like bitches going and buying pumpkin beers, like pumpkin spice beers.
Oh yeah.
So they had to make IPAs. You know,
IPAs are the pumpkin spice lattes for men.
Yeah, exactly.
They are. They really are. But you can't shame me. I will go and I'll buy a 6-pack of like pink, like Mike's Hard Lemonade. I'll be like, yeah, bitch.
Yeah. Look, there's been many a times I've walked out of the liquor store with a 12-pack of White Claw. Like, fuck, I hope no one's looking.
White Claw isn't good, but there's something about drinking it on the beach that you're like, yeah, okay, I'll have 5 of these things that taste like garbage. Why not?
I think they taste good. Some of them. Some of the flavors are good.
Yeah,
some I don't like.
Yeah.
And White Claws give me horrible headaches.
Yeah.
There's always one flavor that people hate. White Claws, like a big like box of White Claws are the alcohol version of those little candy platters where there's some mystery candies and some of them are coconut, which is just the horrible bullshit. Like you choke on when you eat it. You're like, ugh! Yeah. But at 36, I don't have patience anymore. Like when I get out of work, I want to get fucked up quick. So that's why I drink whiskey now. Like one glass of whiskey. I just want to like feel something immediately.
Just dull the pain immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So I just don't have the patience for beer anymore.
I had to let go of the hard liquor.
Oh, stop. For the people that are listening and can't see what's happening. He just pointed at me like it's my fault. Whatever.
Anyway.
No.
No. No, it was my decision.
Oh, well, I mean, it can't be good for you. Like, it's gotta be like destroying my fucking insides, but
Whatever.
What isn't, though?
Yeah, I know.
You know what destroys my insides? Going to fucking work every day.
Oh, a segue! Oh my god!
Nice.
So when I come home, I want to, destroy him with something that I want to destroy him with. Instead of destroying them with the stress of dealing with stupid people.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love my job.
I actually like my current job too.
What do you do?
Get out of here, Mike.
I make promos for the local news station.
That sounds like fun, actually.
So
it is fun.
Do you work from home?
I was for all of 2020. I'm no longer working from home.
Okay.
The only problem with my job is that they don't really pay me. So that would be nice, like a job where I made money.
They don't pay you at all?
No, they pay me. Just
enough.
I could make as much if I worked at Taco Bell. Yeah. But it is a good job.
Yeah, then you'd be working at Taco Bell, though. That's not fun.
I'd get to have the first crack at the breakfast burritos.
True.
Okay,
I mean,
but
there are benefits, I suppose. But then
is that a benefit, though?
Well, not a couple hours later.
I mean,
we were talking earlier about podcast sponsors, so we can't believe we don't have. I can't believe Taco Bell hasn't jumped on us because Mark is always sucking off Taco Bell's breakfast. He cannot jump on their dick fast enough as soon as we mention Taco Bell breakfast.
I mean, I'll eat Taco Bell, but they don't call that shit fourth meal for no reason.
No.
Who was it? There was a comedian. He was like, I see all these fucking fast food places. Oh, we have salad. We have this. We show our calories. Taco Bell says, hey, we're putting shit on a Dorito. Get the fuck down here.
I know. When you serve food just served on a Dorito, it's next level.
Yeah.
And now they're chicken sandwich taco. Like, what the fuck are you even doing, Taco Bell?
Chicken sandwich taco?
Yeah, it's one half. It's like imagine the bottom bun of a sandwich. They just wrapped it around the chicken and turned it sideways, and it's a taco now.
Jesus fucking
So
Christ.
it's a chicken sandwich in the shape of a taco.
Kind of.
It's like a chicken sandwich halfy, like a chicken sandwich foldy. That's what it is. Remember the foldies where you just there was only one piece of bread left in, so you put peanut butter on one side, jelly on the other, and fold it.
Yep.
It's a foldy. It's like a fucking chicken sandwich foldy. I swear to God, the people who come up with Taco Bell's menus
are high as fuck.
Oh, they're so fucking loaded.
It's like 5 stone college kids.
Yeah, especially now that weed is legal in most places, they're like fucking A.
Yeah, not in North Carolina though. Nope.
No.
Oh no.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, that's the South, right? Is that technically the South? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's considered the South.
Southish?
Yeah.
The less racist Carolina. I think that's on our sign. Do you guys want me to start with my work stories?
Sure.
If you want to, yeah.
Okay. So I have 3 stories. One is about my current job, but I'm not going to go there yet. I want to start with, and I have to preface these with, these are not going to be Jeremy level work stories because no one has Jeremy level work stories.
No
one.
I should have gone on before him. I fucked up so bad.
Honestly, I think the only people who have Jeremy level stories are people in fucking movies.
Yeah.
Or like on CSI.
Yeah.
That Who Are You song plays before Jared goes to work. But I did work 6 years in retail at Walmart. So that's where 2 of my stories are from. Walmart fucking sucks.
Yes.
And both... Actually, I have a few stories. I might have new stories that pop into my brain as I'll start with a quick one, actually. I hadn't planned on telling this one, but all of my best Walmart stories are when I worked in electronics. I had been working there way too long, so I was really at the point where I was just like zoning out as I was at the counter. And one day, this guy, this thief, who he was a thief, but he was like 300 pounds. And he pulled up to the DVD rack, and there were like 90 copies of 300, which had just come out. He just dumped them into his cart and bolted as fast as a fat guy can run to the exit. And I guess he was tackled by security, but I didn't know any of this happened. I was standing a foot away. I might have been looking at him. Like, I was probably looking at him as he did this, and I was just in another dimension. My brain was just gone. But that was a level of not caring I was at after working at Walmart for so long. But one of the stories I wanted to tell was one night, it was like late at night, and there was no one there. We had this TV in the electronics section that was this big ass projection TV. Do you remember projection TVs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where they're like having a movie theater in your house.
Yeah.
And this like big, bulky, ugly ass TV was in the center of the electronics section for years. I think when I started working there, it was there. And this guy comes in, and this dude is like, he's like the biggest man I've ever seen in my life, even to this day. He's like if Ving Rhames had sex with Ving Rhames and they made a Ving Rhames child who was like bigger than Ving Rhames. And he looks at the TV and he's like, I like that. Can you save it for me? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. It'll be here tomorrow. Just come and take it. He's like, all right, man. His voice like blows back my hair because he's like dragon sized. The next day, I come into work. The TV is fucking gone.
Oh shit.
And I my coworker, I'm like, what happened to the big TV? He's like, oh, someone bought it. And I said, was it the biggest man you've ever seen? Was it Paul Bunyan who bought the TV? And he's like, no, just some family did it. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
So he sold this TV, and now there was this gigantic man who was going to be coming in that I had promised this TV to. And I didn't do jack shit to save this TV. I didn't put a name on it. I didn't leave a note.
Just figured it'd still be there.
Yeah. The TV was like, I just as much would expect a wall of Walmart to have fallen than for this TV to be gone. And so I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge pussy. So as soon as I find out about that, one of my other coworkers is like, you should probably go back and hide. And I was like, okay. And I just went to the back of the store and I sat in the break room for like 2 hours.
Just waiting.
Yeah. And one of my coworkers comes out. She was real nice. Her name was Camille. She was like the electronics department mom. She comes back and she like sits down next to me and she's like, you can come up. The guy's here and he wants to talk to you. And I was like, oh no. Oh God. And I walked like the Green Mile, like back to electronics.
Dead man walking.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, I'm fucking dead. This guy's gonna break me in half like a matchstick. And I get there and the guy's just there. He like walks up to me and I like looking up at him because he's like as tall as the ceiling. And he's like, listen, at first I was mad, but I went to church today and the Lord taught me forgiveness. and then he just walked away and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God.
Thank
what
God
a perfectly
you ran into John Coffey that day.
what a perfectly timed spiritual awakening.
Right.
Because I'm not lying when like I say that this guy could have picked me up and chewed me like bubblegum, like a stick of bubblegum. Could have popped me in his mouth like spearmint. Oh, my
There's
God.
only one of those TVs.
Yes, there was only one. It was projection TVs were like out at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
Like,
long
they were-
ago is this?
This was Well, let's see.
Because I remember projection TVs in like the mid to late 80s and then kind of dying off in the 90s.
I think it was like 2005 or something.
Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. How long was it on the fucking floor in Walmart?
Forever!
Like 15 years?
And on top of the fact that it was like ancient technology, it had a big ass like bruise in the center of the screen.
Yeah.
You know, like a big purple mark. Like, I don't know why anyone would buy this TV.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Are you talking about the projection TVs where like it was like the TV screen and then in the big box down below you had the three, like the red, what was it? Red, blue, and yellow lights?
Yeah, the actual screen is like vinyl or something.
Yeah. But it wasn't like the projection TV where it was like a box that was set.
Well, in 2005, probably.
Set back off and it projected on there.
I think it was. It was like it was a deep TV.
Okay.
It was you could like walk into this TV fully standing up.
You're thinking about like the 80s.
I'm thinking of like the projection TVs from way back in the day where it was
we
like
were kids.
Where it was like a huge box and down on the ground and then a screen that stood up. You know, you could see like when you turn the TV on, you'd see like the red light pop on, the green light pop on, the blue light, whatever the primary colors are. What is it?
I don't know.
Red, yellow, blue? Sure. I think so.
Yeah, I think you got it right.
Yeah. And you'd see those pop on, and then the picture would come up on the screen. But it was like a box the size of this table with these huge light bulbs in it. Mm-hmm. I thought that's the kind of TV you were talking about.
No, I think it was a slightly newer model. But this guy was big enough that he could have lifted it with one hand, and it was the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life.
Lifted it like an iPhone. All right, I'm going to take my TV now. I'm going to put it right in here in my shirt pocket.
My other story in electronics is, and I've actually told this story on the Neatcast, so if anyone has been going through old Neatcast episodes, sorry, I'm going to be repeating myself. But we used to have this guy who would come into electronics, and he was a full-on raving lunatic. He would corner someone who worked there and talk about how the Chinese were spying on him through like the fillings in his teeth for like an hour. He would just like corner you and nonstop conspiracy theories and just talking at a mile a minute, and there was no escape. This dude, every time he showed up, we all like bolted. Like no one wanted to deal with his shit. But when you did get caught by him, it was like anything you could do to distract him or to like get him out of there. And I'm working alone one night, and he comes in. And he walks up to the counter and he just like slams his like hands on the counter. He's like, I want something. He's like, I want beautiful Irish women singing. Do you have that? And I look over, and on the shelf next to me is a DVD that says Celtic Women, and it's a music act. And I was like, it's like God gave me this to get him out of here. And I was like, right there, sir. And he was like, thank you, and grabbed it and left. I'd never gotten rid of him so fast. I was like, I cannot believe that worked out so well. 20 minutes pass, and this guy comes back, and he's waving the DVD. He slams on the counter. He's like, this isn't at all what I wanted. I was like, what the fuck? What else could it have been? You said you wanted beautiful, dancing Irish women. I gave you a DVD that's called Celtic Women. What do you want? And then he just started ranting about the government again for like an hour. Like, Jesus Christ.
Poor guy.
There was really no escape. I know.
You mean him, right?
Both. Poor Mike, but also poor guy, because he was probably, schizophrenic or something.
Yeah.
I think we both said it at the same time. Yeah.
I guess. If we want to humanize him.
I'm going to be the sensitive one.
What's important is he was annoying, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have run from someone like that. Have you ever seen the show Superstore?
No, but I'm afraid it would hit too close to home.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask because it's like basically Walmart. It's pretty funny. Yeah. It would probably cause some trauma though if you watched it.
Yeah. The story I had about my current job, that I'm doing, where once again I make promos for the news. I had made, when like the anchors, because the anchors in news normally just read the news. And when they're out reporting, it's a big deal. So we make promos for their stories.
Mm-hmm.
Our lead anchor, who had been lead anchor for like 10 years, is making this story. And I check the schedule, and I make a promo. I air the promo. It says that it's happening Monday at 6. And it airs all weekend, just constantly. Like, I air this thing, like, around the clock. And then Monday, I notice that she's not there. And I go to our news director, and I'm like, is she not coming in today? Because her story, is it already done? And he's like, no. I'm like, what? Well, I mean, we were advertising it for today. And our news director, she goes, her story's tomorrow. And I explained, I'm like, I like went pale because this is like fucking terrible. Like, I'm like, okay, well, we've been promoting it all weekend. And then she, just to like... I was hoping to God at this point that it wasn't my fault, that like they had handed me the wrong paperwork, and they showed me the schedule I had looked at 1,000 times, and it was different than what I promoted. It was like my brain, I don't know what happened to my fucking brain when I was looking at it before, but they had to call that anchor in that day to finish her story and get it on the air by 6. It was her birthday, and she had called out.
Did she show up drunk? That would have been the best. Hi, this is Sandy from Waymaker. It's my birthday.
Let's get fucked up.
Breaking news, I'm drunk.
I'm out here on the corner of Lexington and 3rd Street. And there's a bar over there.
I know.
And it says free French fries on your birthday.
Reading a story about like someone who got killed. He's like, wow, that's some shit. Anyway.
I would have scratched his face so hard.
Did she forgive you?
So what I did that day, because both our news director hated me and she hated me, I left on my lunch break. I bought her flowers and my news director wine. And I like delivered it personally to both of them, and I was like, I am so fucking sorry. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It sucks when two people have a shitty day and it's directly your fault. It's like there was no way around it. I just fucked up bad. And that just, oh god. To this day, I love my job. That's probably the worst day at work I've ever had.
Yeah. Fucking
terrible. But
yeah, that sounds like it.
But it's fine. You know, she forgave me. We're married now. We have 3 kids.
Happy ending.
Yeah, but anyway, that's all my work stories.
Those are some good stories.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Do you guys want to take a little break for a promo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just redoing it because I burped in the middle of yours.
I desperately want to take a break for a promo.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
In a world, there was one podcast that made all others look like silly little part-time, half-baked ideas that should have been thrown in the trash can after being written down. That's a super long-winded way of saying that Drunk Theory Podcast is the best-kept secret out there right now. They're a bunch of idiots talking about conspiracy theories, and when these 4 come together, they have the capability to solve just about any question coming their way. But keep in mind, they're idiots, so sometimes they won't have the answer. But we guarantee you'll end up laughing so hard you cry or urinate in your pants. I don't make the rules here. So let Matthew, Kara, Kelly, and Ryan give you everything you never know you needed, and more. Only on Drunk Theory Podcast. Available on all major streaming platforms. More conspiracies coming soon.
All right, go check those guys out. That's Drunk Theory.
Everyone loves Drunk Theory. And their theme song. Drunk. They're getting drunk.
Theory.
It is pretty nice.
It's so catchy.
I have theme song envy.
Oh, yeah. All right, so Jay's got a story, a listener story for us.
I've got a story. Hi, K and J. I'm sure you remember the first poop story of whose poo is this. Well, here's another poop story from my time in my last job.
We love poop stories.
We do.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you remember the situation of the classroom, 4 staff to 6 students. Students were 11 to 13 years old, nonverbal, and needed high supervision.
Yes.
Well, you can imagine the learning that went on day to day. The classroom had 6 workstations for the students to work at to avoid distraction. Imagine them as cubicles.
Mm-hmm.
Little kid cubicles?
Well, as there was 4 staff...
Just break their spirits early.
Right. Get them used to it.
Yeah, get them used to it.
And no smoke breaks.
Well, as there was 4 staff, 2 students were usually left to work independently until we could get to them to complete the learning task. One day, one of the students decided not to sit at his desk and instead lay underneath it. We thought nothing of it until we smelt the smell.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And there you have it. Oh, bloody hell. He had a shit and was rubbing it into the carpet.
Rubbing it in? Why?
Well, I mean,
man,
because that's what you do.
The mind of a child is a fascinating thing.
Right.
Little did he know that 20 years later, he would do the same thing at his job. No, I'm kidding. We took the young man to get cleaned up and asked the site manager to come and give us something to clean the carpet with.
Was that Jeremy?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, here comes Jer.
He came and replied, I can't do anything with that. It needs scrubbing out first before I get the carpet cleaner on it. I was unsure why we even had a carpet cleaner at this point. We couldn't use it to clean literal shit out of the carpet.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord.
Now, I don't know what kind of carpets American schools are fitted with, but here in the UK, classroom carpets are cheap, scratchy, and have many, many grooves in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, not the grooves.
As the youngest member of the staff at the time, 21, I was tasked with latex gloves, which I found out that I had a latex allergy, and a butter knife. Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. A butter knife? Why?
Gloves and a butter knife to scrape the poop out of the carpet grooves
Jesus
so
Christ.
It could be cleaned properly. Mrs. Hinch would have fainted. I think this was the worst day of my career. Scraping poop with a blunt knife and with an allergic reaction to boot. Hope you enjoyed this story.
Oh my God.
That is from what?
That comes to us from Poop Storyteller of England.
Yes.
Wow. Well, now you know. Now you know you can clean up poop with a butter knife.
Oh, God.
Life hack.
Oh, yeah. We teach you things here on Fuck My Work
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah, you got grooves in your carpet? What if it was shag?
Oh, God.
I could never spread Nutella on a sandwich again.
Yeah.
And a panini.
But really, what if it was like shag carpet?
Yeah. Just, oh, God.
All thick and furry.
I mean, I just know, just regular carpet, having pets who have had accidents, like, oh, God. Just,
Yeah.
oh, man. And when it's not even, it's not even your kid, right? You're a teacher, it's someone else's kid, and you have to clean up their shit.
Yeah, that would suck. I mean, at some point, I would think that, like, they would just have, like, patches of carpet in the back.
Just tiles.
Like, as they shit and smeared it in the carpet, you just cut that area out and spray glued a new piece in that area.
It's amazing how many shit stories we've had on this podcast. I guess that's our legacy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Shitcast.
The Shitcast.
Fuck my shit life?
Fuck my shit life.
Don't take Shitcast, though. That's how we're rebranding.
Oh, okay.
We've already taken that.
The Shitcast. Oh, are we ready? Are we ready?
Are we ready?
Are we ready for another story?
I think so.
Okay, I'm tipsy. That happened real fast. Okay. This one comes to us from Chris from the Weird Thing About That podcast, which is another fun podcast everyone should check out. This one is called The Hotel. So this happened around Christmas time about 5 or 6 years ago. Each year, our company pays for a meal and unlimited drinks for everyone at a hotel. And those who want to stay over can book a room to collapse in after the festivities. Partners and employees are also invited.
What company is this?
Right?
Sounds fucking nice.
We get like a shitty hour-and-a-half party right after work at work. For our holiday party.
They order us one pizza at Christmas.
You only get one slice each.
It's cold, and they monitor how many slices you take.
Yeah. They have their own pizza cutter, and they make their slices even smaller so everyone can have a piece.
Only managers get end pieces.
A medium pizza has like 18 slices.
Well, this is the UK too. They treat their employees better over there, I think. Okay, partners of employees are also invited if they so wish. So this particular year, both me and my wife decide to go and have a night away from the kids and stay over at the hotel. The night is going well. The food was nice. The wine is flowing. The music is playing. And there's lots of merriment going on. However, after a while, someone, let's call him Jay. I think that's a coincidence.
Being gaslit on your own podcast.
What the fuck?
Let's call him Jay. Starts encroaching into the too much to drink territory.
Oh, yeah. Well, I get it.
Firstly, around midnight, he gets into a slurred argument with his girlfriend, who ends up crying and leaving and going back to the room they had booked out. Turns out he has been suggestively dancing and gaudily flirting with partners of a couple of the other employees. Sounds like a cool guy.
Gaudily flirting.
Gaudily flirting.
Yeah, when I hear that, I imagine he's like dressed in like an elaborate, like golden, like silken gold tuxedo or something.
Pimp suit. They call me Silky.
Another hour or so passes, and Jay is now starting a rowdy argument with another one of our employees. It's time to get him to his room, me and my wife both agree, so we intervene, take Jay away from the party, get him into the lift/elevator, and to his room. We close his door on him as he drunkenly mumbles things about how much he loves and appreciates us. Aw. Oh, yeah, man.
You guys want to do some ball?
What a sweet little gaudy horn master.
Okay. Phew. Glad that's the last we'll have to see of him tonight, we both agree, and decide to go back to our room to retire, both being pretty drunk ourselves at this point. Although I would consider us both good drunks, Jay is not a good drunk, and he had drank a lot.
Mm-hmm. So I was gaudy.
Cut forward to about 5 a.m. My wife and I are both passed out in bed when the hotel fire alarm starts blaring. Oh, what the fuck is this nonsense, we collectively think, but the alarm stops again a few seconds later. A couple of minutes pass when the alarm starts blaring again, but again stops after a few seconds. At this point, I'm wide awake now, and the hangover is starting to creep in pretty badly. So I get up to go to the bathroom and sit down on the toilet to ease my hungover bowels.
Yeah, okay. Been there, right?
Huh? We understand.
Yeah, hangover shits are terrible. It's like giving birth.
But great at the same time. You got to get the evil out, man.
It's a release. Yeah, you feel the darkness leaving your body.
Yeah.
Like an exorcism.
Yeah, it even sounds like a demon.
Oh,
The power of Christ compels.
I can't finish. Okay. Whew. Halfway through my movement, the alarm goes off again, for longer this time. Much longer. Oh no, it's not stopping. Maybe there's a real fire, and I'm caught here with my pants down, literally. I manage to hurriedly get sorted, stand up off the toilet, and the alarm stops. Again. For fuck's sake. I wait around for a while, unable to get back to sleep, but around 7 a.m., I decide to tiredly shamble down to the reception to find out what's been going on. When I arrive down to the reception area, I'm greeted to the sight of our accounts lady having a heated discussion with the hotel receptionist. Jay's crying girlfriend sat in her PJs, that were mysteriously soaking wet around the cuffs of the pants, and Jay himself passed out on the reception area couch, also looking quite damp.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shit.
I sit down next to Jay's girlfriend to get the scoop of what is going on and find out the following events transpired. After we got Jay back to his room, rather than get in bed next to his sleeping girlfriend, he decided to run himself a bath and got in the bath while it was filling up and promptly fell asleep. He woke up, still in the bath, filled to the absolute brim, with the hotel manager standing around the bathtub staring down at him with angry faces. He had left the water running on full for about 3 hours.
Holy shit.
Where was the girlfriend just completely passed out too?
Probably.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
The girlfriend probably walked in and was like,
Fuck
I'm
him.
letting it happen.
Maybe.
I'm seeing this one through. We're going to see what happens.
Teach this motherfucker a lesson. Running for full on 3 hours until the resulting water had completely flooded his room and leaked through to the floor, which in turn started to short out the fire alarm system, which explained the erratic sirens going off.
Oh my god.
All of their clothes and shoes and bags that were on the floor were completely soaked through, and they were told to leave the hotel and to expect a large bill.
Yeah.
Yeah. On their way out, rather than leave the hotel, Jay decided to just lie down on the reception couch and go back to drunken sleep. Jay's kind of a legend.
God. I can't believe you did that, Jay. What the fuck?
Hey, I be partying, bro.
This is fucked up.
The kicker of all of this is, when we went into the all-you-can-eat breakfast for some much-needed hangover padding, there was no cooked food available at all, because when the fire alarm goes off, it automatically cut off the gas supply to the hotel, meaning no ovens were working. Despite the shame of all this, Jay continued working with the company for another few years until eventually leaving last year, which nobody was sad about. How did he keep his job after that?
At least, well, I mean, it's not his job's business.
Well,
now,
that
if
was a
his
work
job,
function.
but if his job would have booked the hotel room for him, like they paid for the hotel, then he probably would have been shit canned.
Yeah.
But the fact that he booked the hotel, like, well, what's his job got to do with it? That's his
right.
Like, that's his personal business. If he caught the room on fire smoking crack, well, I mean, not our deal.
There has been some stories.
We like employees who can hold their crack.
Right. It's good crack. There have been some stories of our company and other locations completely destroying places of businesses during their holiday parties, which is probably why we only get an hour and a half at our office.
But I do understand it, our holiday parties that we have, because we're fucking animals when we drink. All of us. And there's like, like 1,100 people who work at our location between all the different departments and everything.
Uh-huh.
And we are fucking animals when we drink. They try to limit us. And, one year they gave us these wristbands, and the wristbands you would tear off a piece, and each wristband had two tabs on it you could tear off, and you could get a beer with that tab. But those tabs were basically, the wristband was perforated so you could tear it off. So everyone just took their fucking wristband off and started cutting it up and made like 8 tabs out of it. And we're just getting shitty at the fucking holiday party. It's like, we are fucking animals. So I understand that they don't. Could you imagine if they got a hotel?
Oh, we would.
Or like rented out a place? Like, we would fucking tear that place to shreds.
I love that the solution to the wristband thing the following year was hand stamps. So the bartender would stamp your hand, and if you had 2 stamps, your drinks were done.
But you could also walk away and just lick your fucking hand and rub it on your pants.
Have you heard of soap?
You have no hand stamps.
Yeah, but we're savages.
This wasn't a work-related thing, but last year I had a party at my apartment. And I'm on the top story, so I'm one of those asshole neighbors. I normally, it was like loud. I knew we were loud. I was like, I feel so bad because there's this little old lady below me. And the next day, she like knocks on my door and she's like, "Oh, you were loud last night." I was like, "I'm so sorry." And she comes in, she's like, "So were you like drinking?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she was like, "What do you got?" And I just gave her like a bottle of sherry, and she was like so happy and just like went downstairs. I'm like, "Hell yeah."
What's left over, sweetheart? I know you got something. I heard all that noise.
And from that point on, she would just randomly like come up to my apartment and just be like, "Hey, can I get a drink?" I'm like, "I owe you, so sure, okay."
That's awesome. That's all for our stories. You want to tell everyone where they can find the Neatcast?
Okay, hold on. Let me look at my notes because I don't know anything. I don't know anything about our podcast, actually. I don't even know what we do. What the fuck is the Neatcast? All right.
We talk about the yokai.
Oh, he loves the yokai.
I fucking love the yokai.
Don't worry. I'll get back to yokai soon. Yokai.
Wasn't there one where it would like eat the buttholes of children or some shit?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Jesus fucking
That
Christ.
one was wild. You have to, if you go back to one of our earliest yokai episodes, there's a yokai that his whole thing is he bends over, spreads his ass cheeks, and looks at you with a giant eye in the center of his anus. And that's all he does. There's no follow-up. He just does that, and you're supposed to be like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I guess he's just like, all right, see ya. I'm done.
That's where the name Stinky Brown Eye came from.
But if you want to hear more stories like that, we are The Neatcast at Facebook, at NeatcastPod on Twitter, The Neatcast at Instagram, and now we have a TikTok. We're The Neatcast at TikTok. Just doing whatever the fuck TikTok is. I don't know. Just a little Gen Z boy. I don't know what he's doing.
TikTok's fun.
Yeah. So if you want to see Jared dab, he's on TikTok.
Yeah, go follow the Neatcast on all those. Jay's dabbing.
Is that what that is? That's what it is, right?
I always accidentally do the walk like an Egyptian thing.
Walk like an Egyptian.
God, I wish we were recording video right now.
Yeah, visual jokes on your podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I made you change it.
What we're doing.
Oh, I should get a screenshot though.
We should.
Wants to like hold up their drink, and I'll get a screenshot.
Okay, there's nothing left, but
oh well, that's fine.
Yeah, you can make that face like. Actually, mine's empty too, but no one's going to be able to tell.
Oh wait, hold on.
That's another advantage to Coors Light.
There's no mountains on mine. I don't know when I can drink it. What the fuck?
I tell you what, man. You get you one of these, and some bitch will tell you.
I love
mountains are blue, you know it's true, baby. No bullshit.
You know a beer has got to be good when its main selling point is we can be cold if you put us in the fridge.
Fucking A, man. Look, I done had 4 beers in the freezer now for 15 minutes. I just checked them a couple minutes ago. It's still kind of grayish blue. I know it ain't true. They ain't coming out till they blue.
Coors Light.
Listen,
we're cold.
Coors Light. We love it, baby.
At least we're cold.
Even though you got some little skis and some bitches pissing in your river behind your factory, they gonna get cauliflower dick. I tell you what, they gonna get cauliflower dick. They gonna get it.
Of course, I respect your product, but please stop with your commercials acting like it's refreshing. It's not.
I find it very refreshing, okay? Wait, hold on.
Okay, try not to cough.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, mountains are blue. You know it's true.
Fuck you doing?
Hell yeah,
man.
brother.
Goddamn, you a guest here, okay? You gonna act accordingly.
Come into our
Don't you come into my house talking about my fucking beer. We're done.
No.
That's it.
It's very cold.
Go get!
Am I the first person chased off your podcast with a shotgun? Go get!
Go get!
Counting to 3.
We don't like your kind around here.
Jesus Christ. On that note.
Thank you for having me on. It was very fun.
Thank you
Yeah, it
for
was a lot
coming
of fun,
on, Mike. We had a blast. Everyone go follow the Neatcast.
Yeah, we're spreading around on other podcasts like a virus, us Neatcast guys.
That's right.
That's right.
I mean, we've got Jeremy, we've got Mike, we've had Zach. There's just Mark left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if he can be a guest.
Oh, because he hates Drew Brees.
Well, I think he's either a Carolina or he's a Tampa Bay fan. I know that. I don't know which one.
Don't look at me for any answers. He's probably said his favorite team 598 times to me, and I don't remember.
No, we can have him as a guest.
Sport ball.
We'll talk about how shitty his team did until Tom Brady came.
You guys can just talk sports and I'll do something else.
And then he jumped on the fucking Brady bandwagon. As I would do if he went to New Orleans, too.
Well, it's an easy bandwagon to jump on. He's so handsome. My lands, as they say.
My lawns.
Oh, geez. Okay.
It's hard to watch a Brady game. I'm sweating so hard.
Yes. All them big men's with all they strophuses and them tight pants. You guys don't remember that? Do you remember in Living Color?
Yes.
Remember in
Living Color
when they did it was
Men on Film?
Yeah, the Men on Film.
Are you talking about
they were talking
I give
about
that two
football.
snaps in a circle?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love football. All the men's with all their strophuses and them tight pants, bending over at that line. I get that 2 snaps in the Z formation. That shit, I loved it.
That was a funny show.
I'm guessing you couldn't do that show now.
Oh,
Or you couldn't do that skit now.
No. My face hurts from laughing.
Anyway, we're probably going to get canceled.
Probably.
It's over. It's over. It's over for us.
We're done.
And by everyone, it's been fun.
It's too bad if
Fuck it.
Neatcast ever gets popular, we're going to be canceled the next week. But we're going to ride that high. As soon as people's in mass start listening to our older episodes, it's like, oh fuck, we're done.
Fuck this guy. He's talking about people who bend over and spread their ass cheeks.
I'm sure that's some form of assault. But oh yeah, no. Oh, what? No, okay. I'll go off. One more yokai. There was another yokai. Because I know Jade loves yokai. There's a yokai named Kurote. I guess Kurote? It is a hand that comes out of the toilet and strokes your ass while you're on the toilet. That's all it does. It just gently pets your ass while you're...
Is this like on Amazon or...
How much do you have to pay for this service?
Is there 2-day delivery on it?
Not anymore.
No, I know.
I love... American ghost stories don't do that. The monster never just shows up, makes you feel socially awkward, and then leaves. More monsters need to do that.
And strokes your ass.
I know.
While you take a shit.
That would be a little alarming.
How scary would the ring be if that, like, undead bitch just came out of the TV and just, like, just touched your face and then left? Like, I'd be like, oh, fucking, oh, God.
That shit don't scare me.
Just booped you on the nose and left.
Bye, bitch.
That's what I endeavor to do when I'm a ghost. Just annoy the shit out of people.
It'd be fun, for sure. Well, thank you so much, Mike.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
It's been a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on.
If you have more stories and you want to come back on, just let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll make more terrible things happen at work so I can come back on.
There you go.
You should.
I mean, do it for the podcast, man.
I mean, come on, man. Take one for the team.
I'll tell more people to go like shit on the floors in the bathroom or something.
There you go.
You guys need more shit stories. I noticed that.
Yeah, we're very lacking on shit stories.
Also, can we get grooved carpeting in here?
Yeah, no shit.
No shit.
Send us your stories by email at fmwlpod@gmail.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 310-818-3273. That's 310-818-3273.
You can find us on all the major podcast apps. Be sure to follow and subscribe where you can. If you like what you're hearing, leave us that 5-star review. You can do that on Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and Podchaser.
You can also join us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at FMWL Pod.
You can support our show by just telling your friends, or you can buy us a beer over on buymeacoffee.com/FMWLPOD.
And as always, support your indie podcasts.
Just do it. Bye, everybody.
Do it.
No one clips mics like me.